Boss SD-1 is an affordable, high-quality overdrive pedal that combines a sturdy build with an incredible sound that I think authentically captures the warm, crunchy feeling of an overdriven tube amp. Its user-friendly controls allow instant and easy access to dialing in a wide range of tones, from a subtle clean boost to a heavily saturated tone full of rich harmonics, with plenty of room in between the two. This is a very versatile little pedal that I feel excels at creating a vintage rock and vintage metal tone. I found I can channel The Who, AC/DC, and even early Black Sabbath with just this pedal alone. I've owned my Boss SD-1 for around 15 years now. It's actually one of the first pedals that I bought. I've used it live, in the studio, and during countless hours of practice. So I've made this review to share everything that I've learned during that time. I'll review its features, controls, and most importantly, how it sounds, finishing with some clips of my favourite settings. I recommend also checking out my written review on my website, roundtableaudio.com, that's linked in the description for a deeper dive with some extra info. So, let's start with the features. If you're familiar with the Boss series of stomp boxes, then you'll know what to expect with the SD-1. A well-built, hard-wearing pedal with a solid metal body that's painted a bright canary yellow, and a set of simple and straightforward controls. Everything about this pedal is sturdy. From the jacks to the knobs to the stomp mechanism itself, nothing feels loose or dated. As I said, I've used this for over 15 years, and I've taken it from place to place and it still holds up. You can also power this from a 9V battery or from mains power, which gives you some flexibility and added portability. It's also one of the more affordable overdrive pedals out there, coming in at around $70, which makes it very accessible and a great starter choice if you're just getting started with guitar pedals. Now onto the controls. The SD-1 has settings for level, tone, and drive. Level sets the output level of the pedal, so a lower setting means a quieter sound and a higher setting means a louder sound. The tone knob affects how much of the treble frequencies are in your sound. Turning it down rolls off the high end all the way to a grungy muffle at lower settings, whereas a higher setting boosts the treble frequencies, giving your sound more cut and bite. I mostly use Stratocaster guitars with Vox amps, both of which are naturally bright sounding, so the tone knob really helps me to rein in the tone from sounding too shrill. The drive knob sets the intensity of the effect. A lower setting means a little bit of overdrive clipping, and a higher setting means full-on saturation near distortion territory, but without the harsh edge. Let's take a listen to how it sounds. First up, let's listen to a little high-end boost. This gives the guitar some edge that will help your tone cut through in a live setting or on a recording. It's a subtle effect but very powerful for helping you get heard. Now, let's listen to some classic rock. The asymmetrical clipping circuit faithfully emulates a naturally overdriven amp, which I think creates an authentic sounding yesteryear tone. Let's turn things up a little and dial in some vintage style metal. Again, this pedal helps capture the sound of the overdriven tube amps that were used during the early 70s metal scene, which gives it a very familiar warm sound with plenty of body. In my personal opinion, I think this pedal is great for a few reasons. It's really affordable. For around $70, this is easily the best cost-benefit ratio of a pedal that I have on my board, except maybe my tuner. I used to own a full tube amp, a Vox AC15C2, and the tones that I can get from this pedal are on a par with that amp. It also stands up against some of my other more expensive overdrive pedals. Finally, it's a really useful utility pedal. Even if you swap it out for something else later down the line, I found that you can always use this as a boost or a tone shaper somewhere on your board. For more info on this pedal and a deeper look, check out my article below. I found that there's always somewhere that it can sit on the pedal board as either a boost or a